Hello everyone and welcome to episode 78 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. That is the Wrestle Dynasty Tour. We will hopefully be having a big-ass show in the States. Not sure exactly where. If we're going to go West Coast, if we're going to go East Coast, if we're going to go, New York, as far as if maybe somewhere like MetLife, if we can fit some, a venue that big. Obviously that's a lot of people, but would be nice. Would be nice. It'd be magic. Imagine if we run fucking Cowboy Stadium, all the like 100,000 people. Be nuts. But yeah, I mean, for this Wrestle Dynasty tour, I think this show itself is going to be a lot of fun. But first of all, as far as that main event, Tanahashi and Zack Sabre Jr., that's a major main event. We also have a match for the G1 briefcase as Kazuchika Okada taking on Juice Robinson. Of course, one of the few men that Okada lost to, so that is very big for him as far as if he beats Juice Robinson there. I mean, he's pretty much got a clear path to make it to Wrestle Kingdom in the main event. But yeah, we could, since we already talked about some of the card, we'll bring it up. Makes sense. Yeah, we talked about the main and co-main. And much before that, it will be an IWGP Tag Team title matchup as House of Black, Tyler Black, and Malachi Black against House of Torture, Jay White, and Nero. I love that match. As far as any time we can do a House of Black, House of Torture story, love doing it, but also that makes a lot of sense to do here in the States as Gaijin teams battling it out. Just kind of makes sense. And another Styles Clash affair here, a rematch from the G1 as far as since Walter beat Tyler Black, it's now like the challengers are going to be guys basically lost to in the G1, one of them being Rey Fenix, and that's a fun match. I love doing that again here. I think that'd be a great match for the fans of the US because it's so completely different to what I think kind of what you would probably expect in Japan as far as what their G1 match probably was. I'm sure it would translate better in the States more. But who knows? Maybe as far as maybe that type of Styles Clash affair would have worked well with the fans over there. Who knows? Obviously, this is just hypotheticals. But as far as that's a fun match though, and I would love to see that in real life as a U.S. title matchup. A rematch. It's AJ Styles, Claudio Castagnoli. This time AJ as the challenger. This will be a trilogy as far as for the year of 2024, and that's a big time matchup obviously there. As far as Claudio, so far he's done good on his word as far as wanting to be the U.S. champion and has a big time matchup there. Obviously this match would absolutely rule, I think, in this setting, even though it's 2024, and I think AJ probably would definitely be a step below what he kind of is now, but he still would, it'd still be a big time matchup though for sure. Then the next matchup, Junior Heavyweight title matchup. So this would have been a ladder match, but because the game hates ladder matches for New Japan's product, even though they've actually ran ladder matches, that's another story for another time. But Nick Jackson, Ryu Lee, Jonathan Gresham, big-ass Junior Heavyweight three-way there. That is a one fall to the finish. That is not an elimination matchup. So that will be massive. As far as that's, Nick Jackson's got a great opportunity to be a junior heavyweight champion, and for Ryu Lee, of course, he's been a man that has been a junior heavyweight champion before. Been, the big lights have not shined away from that man, but that match would be awesome, for sure. As far as I would have loved to see that as a ladder match, because you have kind of two guys that can absolutely just fly out there and are unbelievable athletes in Ryu Lee and Nick Jackson. And, Jonathan Gresham in his own right is a great, athlete, obviously, but it's, when you add the elements of that, and also you could have, interference from Mexa Blood and the Young Bucks and United Empire, it could just be just a chaotic-ass match. I would have loved to see it like that, but it's okay. As another openweight six-man tag team title matchup, it will be Task Force Death of Pac, Kenta, and Eddie Kingston, taking on the LIJ team of Tetsuya Naito, Hiromu Takahashi, and Sonata. That's a big-ass six-man, first of all, but also, I think, that's going to be a fun match to have right after this crazy-ass four-way junior heavyweight tag team matchup. This is, I believe, an elimination matchup. I believe this one is actually the elimination match. Because I believe they might both be one falls to a finish. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Nonetheless, though, Mascor Dorada and Samurai Del Sol of course, Mexa Blood, Suzuki-gun, of course, Kira Francesco, oh my god, I did it again, Akira Tozawa, and Fred Yehai. And then the Time Splitters, of course, Alex Shelley, Kushida, former junior tag team champions in their own right, then United Empire, of course, the current junior tag team champions of Drew Gulak and Lee Moriarty. Love that match. That's a big-ass match, first of all, and I think stylistically it kind of makes sense to have this open up the show anytime you like having like a big-ass like four-way, junior or even tag team, heavyweight tag team matchup open up a big show like that. Just kind of makes sense. Kind of reminds me, that was, what was that, like 2016, 17 New Japan? I think that was Wrestle Kingdom 9, it might have been 10, where they opened up the show with that junior heavyweight four-way tag. It was, Red Dragon Bucks. I think it was Roppongi Vice. And I forget the fourth team. But yeah, kind of in that same breath. That kind of era of, maybe it was Ricochet inside that was the fourth team. That makes sense. Sounds about right for that time period, but yeah. That kind of same breath from that kind of generation of tag matches, junior heavyweight tag team matches, to be exact. But I think it's a good match to have in America as well. They love the big-ass multi-man four-ways. They always go well, as far as it seems like. Especially to open up a show like that, just some pure chaos involved. Also, you can slow the match down, too, with guys like Shelley and Yehai and Tozawa. Even could slow it down and kind of work a technical style. Obviously, Gulak and Moriarty can do that. Can kind of switch speeds very quickly, depending on who's in the match. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, everything's pre-booked, so we're ready to go as far as from that perspective. The tour, so, as far as what we usually do, we kind of have the first couple of days be in Japan, and then once the new week comes around, like that, week 3, we will usually start running the shows in America. So that'll be the plan for this as well. So yeah, let's hop right in. And so you're gonna see for most of this tour, I would say. So let's see what the fuck's going on with TEW. It's not wanting to load. But what you're gonna see for most of this tour is obviously building up to that Wrestle Dynasty show. But there's gonna be a little bit of building to the Autumn Attack show that's happening as well, because the first couple of weeks, or that first couple of shows rather, are gonna be in Japan. So it just kind of makes sense to build up a little bit to those shows. There we go, finally loaded up. That's what happens when you have a save that goes about 4 years. Well, actually, now it's year 5, actually. So it shows you how many goddamn matches and how many things it's got to load as far as it's went through hell. But yeah, so you're going to see a little bit of that. I'll kind of let you guys know whenever that arises, because for the most part, though, you're going to see mostly just building up to that show. But yeah, we'll run Corkin, I think, for the first night, because I'm not sure exactly how many times we're going to run in Kanto. But as far as the main event, that's a great question. So we got our Lucha Brothers Walter Lee Moriarty match, too, as well. That's going to rule. I like this Chaos Court of Justice match, because I believe that's just Okada, Doring, and Takeda. Oh my, or Konosuke Takeshita, rather. Yes, there we go. And then they're taking on Juice, Taichi, and Anare. That's a fun main event, I think. I think that goes over well. Takeshita beating Hanare. So then, I love that Lucha Brothers match. I love it. Yeah, I think that's the call for the co-main there. Like it a lot. So Pentagon Jr. beating Lee Moriarty's. That's a great win for the Lucha Brothers, first of all. But that's a great matchup. 2 teams with excellent chemistry, too. That's probably going to be the best thing on the card, funny enough. And then we'll do Tyler Black, Robbie Eagles, Jay White, and Drew Barker, as Robbie Eagles going to beat Drew Barker there. Nice little win for House of Black. AJ and Roddy of Rushmore against Claudio and Rex Steiner of course, Suzuki Goon, which AJ's going to beat Rex Steiner, which they had a match. I think it was a New Japan Strong match, yeah, back in April. So that was a 60. That was before, obviously Suzuki Goon was a thing with Claudio and Rex Steiner. So it just kind of was, I knew the plan, going in was going to have Claudio and Rex being Suzuki Goon. So just, since, that's not aired, and you guys don't see it, sometimes I like throwing that out there for strong stuff as far as to see if teams are going to work well together. It's nice like that. So we need to know what's going to be the Steal the Show matchup, what's going to be the Technical Masterclass matchup. If I had to guess, this is probably Steal the Show. Yep, as Bushi's going to be Shota Umino. It sucks that Shota Umino sucks in this, because, man, boy, he is killing it right now. That Sakura Genesis show, that was some impressive stuff that he was doing out there as far as it is awesome to see. John Silver beating Toru Tsuchihara. That was Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Dark Order beating House of Torture. As I just want to get Takeda and Tsuchihara on the card, really, because that kind of doesn't make any sense to have Dark Order, which sucks that there's not like any Dark Order representation on the Wrestle Dynasty show. Same thing with like Nakamura's not on the show, Ibushi's not on the show, but he's hurt, so that's not that big of a deal. But it's just tough to see that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty solid first day of the tour. 63 for the opener, that's not bad at all. As Silver and Reynolds getting the win. Silver with the discus lariat over Torso Jor. That breaks my heart that they had to lose, though, because I love both these men over here. But love everybody in this match. But, you know, as far as someone's got to lose, might as well be the best team. As I don't know what I should do with this TW, because I don't know if we should close it or what, because I feel like it's just slow as hell. There we go. And Sonata Mushi beating Eddie Kingston and Shota Umino. Obviously, the excellent chemistry boost was going to help them out a lot. Bushi just about outperformed Eddie Kingston. That's crazy, Kingston with a 69 there. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Oh, he's declining. Basically, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Well, we got a good run out of Kingston, though. Before that happened, and 77 for AJ and Roderick Strong. Losing, oh, rather winning, to Rex Steiner and Claudio Castagnoli. It was Claudio with an 80. That's awesome to see. He's done very well for himself now. I would say his debut has been a success. But yeah, Styles Clash from AJ over Rex, then Jay White and Drew Parker. Losing to Tyler Black and Rob Eagles. Again, Tyler Black, another guy that's really done well in his debut, and has done well in his now his full second year with the company. But yeah, Tyler Black, Rob Eagles, better teams. Makes sense they get the win there. And that was 81-2. Yeah, 85. Figured this was going to be pretty awesome, and exactly was that. Lucha Brothers were the better team, but it was pretty close. Yeah, the Fear Factor and the Foot Stomp combination there. Pentagon Jr. beating Lee Moriarty. Love it. What a match. Probably shouldn't have main evented, because I'm assuming that that main event rather is not going to outperform it. It's close though. Actually, not really close. Being a bit giving it a little bit more too much credit than it deserves, but yeah, Konosuke Takashita winning with the wall of Takashita, which over Hanare there. He outperformed Hanare, so that makes sense. A better team slightly, though. Obviously, we would have probably Shino as the third guy, but since he is out, luckily surgery went well for Shino, though, because he'll be out instead of like a year. I think he's only going to be out for about 4 months, 4 to 6 months, so that's good. He'll be back before the G1 next year, so that's a good sign. But yeah, it was a solid little show. So, day one. Yeah, that Lucha Brothers Walter Lee Moriarty match. It delivered, as expected. That's so funny, as far as old Tomato and Shelly. Yeah, that was Wrestle Kingdom 16. What a time. What a time. Yeah, on to day 2. We go. I believe the tour is 5 days, and then the final show's the 6th day. I believe that's how that's set up. We'll see. we'll see as we go along here. Alrighty, day 2, rather, the Road 2 show. So yeah, it is a 5-day tour, and then the 6th day. So yeah, I was correct. They were Yuji Nagata passing on tips on microphone work to the Great Okan. Shout out Yuji Nagata. It's a fucking Triple Crown champion, Yuji Nagata. So as far as, yeah, because we just ran Kanto, so we'll probably run, probably the Toyashi General Gymnasium. At least the economy in the wrestling industry's, improving. Hopefully next year in 2025, it's looking pretty good. But right now, whew. Boy, is it brutal. It is brutal, man. So, I mean, first of all, you got Hiromu and Naito against Pac and Kenta, which that match rules, That probably should be the main event. So we'll just go ahead and do that. But yeah, Hiromu's beating Kenta there. I love that tag match, though. Sick. So yeah, Tanahashi and Shibata against Zack Sabre Jr. in Katsuyori Shibata. So, Shibata, his retirement matchup will be coming up. I think I want to have it either at the first Tokyo Dome Wrestle Grand Slam show or the one in Sapporo. Either way, it's going to be one of the two. I think that's a good call, to pull the plug on that. Which sucks, because obviously in real life we just now saw that I'm assuming he's still going to be going strong in 2024, but obviously in real life now, as of recording this, he's been killing it out there, which is just unfortunate. But Kitamura's going to beat Shibata there in 20 minutes. We are going to have a Shibata New Japan's strong open weight title matchup. He's going to take on the Great Khan. So, as far as we're going to building up to that with this loss, help motivate him a little bit to get into that matchup. But, oh yeah, Tanahashi's the agent. Beat Jado. So there we have Nakamura and Kushida against Walter and Lee Moriarty, which obviously kind of teasing a bit of a Walter. I love how. Well, first of all, I don't know why Lee Moriarty's losing while Walter is winning. Yeah, this is so we're gonna have This is a kind of a. I was gonna have Lee Moriarty beat Kushida, but now that kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, it's fine. It's a good match, though, but little teasing of a Nakamura-Walter potential match, but obviously building up towards, Kushida and Time Splitters as far as they're being involved in the Junior Tag Team 4-Way. So, there's that, but that should be a fun little matchup, though. United Empire, Max of Blood, that could either be the Technical Masterclass matchup or the Steal the Show matchup, so I'm just going to go ahead and add it now. What a banger, though, as Gresham's going to beat Dorada in 12 minutes, so the champions beating, the challengers there. It's a fun match, though. I think that's the Tactical Masterclass matchup. And then Coughlin Connors against the Young Lions of Yuma Anzai and Okuya Miyagi. So Coughlin's going to get the win, which will mean the opener, of course. Tactical Masterclass matchup. Dragon's Den of Tamura and Kyle O'Reilly against the Great Khan and Gavin McGavin. So at Autumn Attack, we will have the trilogy between Tamura and the Great Khan. Of course, they had at Dominion the undisputed title matchup. And then as far as the G1, O'Khan beat him. And now that Tamura is the Never Openweight champion right now, as far as it makes sense to do the trilogy now for just the Never Openweight title. But yeah, 18-minute matchup there to kick off the show. I think it's a solid show. I think the first show is going to be way better, but I don't know, that main event's probably going to be better than the first day, so maybe it would be a better show. Who knows? So let's find out. It's an 81 for the opener. So yeah, I forgot Tamura and Kyle O'Reilly have excellent chemistry, so that worked out really well. Everybody did really well, but Gavin McGavin, even then, a 53, I'll take it for the opener. That's not bad. Yeah, especially compared to this. As Coughlin Connors beating Akuya Miyagi in Yumanzai. I mean, that fucking young lion from the dojo is killing it. He's the man. he's the super rookie, is what he's gonna be. 41, and he's had like 15 matches, maybe? That is not bad at all. 80 for the 6-man. United Empire beating Max of Blood, 630 from Gresham on to Moscow Dorada. Yeah, 74 for Gresham, 82 for Ryu Lee, though, best guy in the match. Moriarty with a 70. Just realized Lee Moriarty's double booked, so that's hilarious. We should have had somebody else in there instead. That's pretty great. Yeah, so Lee Moriarty gets the win here. Yeah, we should have had either Walter and Alexander against Nakamura and Hammerstone, which we probably should have done Tyler Black, or not Tyler Black. We should have just done Ray Phoenix and like Pentagon Jr. or something, or maybe not Lucha Brothers exactly, since we just did that match. But like Ray Phoenix and Chokta Umino, that would have made a lot more sense. But boy, sleep at the wheel on that one there. But Tanahashi and Zack Sabre Jr. tag match there is Tanahashi and Shibata losing to the Zack Sabre Jr. Katsuyori Shibata team, or Katsuya Kitamura team, rather. It's Katsuya Kitamura getting the win with the Lariat in 1940. Katsuya Kitamura, though, with a 55. He was off his game, so he would have been even a little bit better than Shibata there, but yeah, Shibata with a 52. We might as well have him retire before it's even more embarrassing of a performance compared to everybody else on the roster. But yeah, what a match here between Hiromu Naito against Pac and Kenta. Phenomenal stuff there. Hiromu with the win on the with the time bomb over Kenta, and just, that was a hell of a match, hell of a main event, hell of a show there. Yeah, that would have sucks that we double booked Lee Moriarty, because that's very unfortunate. That is, you don't want to be doing that. Don't want to be doing that. That is just a big no-no. I cannot believe I did not catch that until just now. That's embarrassing. But yeah, that probably would have been as far as either just Josh Alexander and Corey Jarvis instead could have done that. Like, that would have made sense even. Just something different. You don't even have to worry about Walter and Lee Moriarty. But the plan was to give them a win back was the idea. But we could have just waited till another day. But yeah, on to day 3, and now we'll be on to the U.S. side of the tour. So that should be fun. As far as, yeah, we'll see where we're going to go. As far as what the big show is going to be ran at. Hopefully, we can run somewhere in the Mid-South area. Because I really want to try to run the Cowboy Stadium, but we'll see if that'll be even close to a sellout. Alrighty, night 3, day 3. As far as, let's see, this main event, so we got Okada and Takeshita taking on Justice. Also have House of Black and House of Torture in the 6-man. I think that's probably going to be the main now. Rushmore United Empire, that's probably going to be an 8-man now, if I had to guess. Actually, it might not be. Might be a 6-man. Might be the Bucks with Roddy. We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, this is going to be in the U.S., so let's go ahead and pick the venue now while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's go Southeast first. Or maybe go Mid-Atlantic first. Kind of work our way down the East Coast and work our way back to Texas. So that's going to be the plan. And so, actually, I was wanting to double check to see where we ran our last show at. It's at Wrestle Dynasty. Let's just do that now. Let's go ahead. So I want to say we ran it at, I was about to say, I think we did run it at MetLife last year. So we did. Yeah, I think that's a good call to not run it at MetLife this year. What did we run? 2 years ago where we run it, because I think that was also in NYC. Yeah, it was at the Carrier Dome when the Syracuse plays. Yeah, so that'd be nice to get out of NYC as well. So I like that. Let's go back to this again. Go Mid-South. Oh, no, that's better not go Mid-South. I was gonna run Mid-South, just as far to see if we can even run the Cowboy Stadium. But yeah, let's just run. That's Maryland. I want to go a little bit lower down the coast if we can. There we go. We're on Charlotte. That works for me. I was hoping we'd run like South Carolina, but North Carolina works. Oh, there we go. South Carolina. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. So yeah, Okada, Takeshita against Justice of Juice and Hanare. Is Juice going to beat Takeshita? So that's a big win, first of all. Takeshita's, like, second loss ever. Pretty massive. Yeah, see, there's Rushmore. So it is the 6-man. Oh, it's a technical match class matchup. That's interesting. But Roddy's going to beat Gavin there in 20 minutes. That's wild. Top Flight, Blast Off. Tag match here. It's Abe's going to beat Top Flight. 60 minutes, a good bit of time, though. As Evil and Yokoroku in an opener. As far as the Young Lion established talent, obviously, Young Lion talent will be losing. So House of Black, House of Torture, 8-man tag. Brody King's going to be beating El Kakui. Nice little win back for House of Torture. And boy, oh boy, this card is quite something. It's a little brutal. This has got to be a steal of the show match. It is. It's the Headhunter. And as far as Tai Chi, fun little team taking on Chaos with Doring and Francesco as Headhunter beating Akira Francesco there in the Steal the Show matchup. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be a brutal little show. Hopefully it works out well. We're going to find... Well, that sure did work out well. The opener. It's Makabe and Gresham killing it there. So did Roderick Strong. And well... Maybe not Roderick Strong, 67 for both him and Matt. But yeah, definitely Makabe and Gresham's Roddy with the stronghold over Gavin McGavin, though. It's a nice match. This match got this off to a strong start. It's Evil. Everything is evil. Over Koroku, but yeah. I'm surprised it actually did as well as it did, because with Evil, I figured he wouldn't have enough pop for that. 66 for the tag match of Tai Chi and the Headhunter against Doring and Francesco. As a Headhunter, Tai Chi getting the win as well, that was supposed to be the Guillotine of Justice, but I guess not. Gotta make sure he's got his finisher set that I was supposed to give him. Yeah, but I mean, Doring was the best guy in the match. Slightly better were the Chaos team, but an upset though. But a believable one, I think. The Abe and Jason Lee beating Top Flight, Shining Wizard from Abe over Darius Martin in 15:32. That was a 73-79 for the 8-man. House of Torture, House of Black. As House of Torture getting the win is Brody King with the Gonzo Bomb over El Kakui. Nice little match. Yeah, the right team wins. I think they're even though Tyler Black the best guy. I think the better team overall was House of Torture there. The main event's a 78, so probably should have won with the 8-man. The Guilty Sittance for Juice Robinson over Konosuke Takeshita. The Okada, best guy in the match, followed by Juice. That's all a little matchup. not definitely, the first, or not the first, the second show was better, but that opener, best thing on the card, by far. By fucking far. So on to day 4, we go. Alrighty, so from Backstage Incident here, well, a couple of them, as Yuji Nagata passing on Psychology to the Great Okan, and then Kojima passing on Microphone Work to Hiro Tamura. Not bad at all. So yeah, this is going to be Southeast. Yep, I think that's the right call. We'll probably run New Japan Strong in the Mid-South area, then probably run the final tour show in the Mid-South area, then obviously the last show itself. Let's see, we're gonna run fucking Universal? Run the old Impact Zone? That'd be pretty great. Nah, we probably shouldn't. Yeah, they got the Watsco Center at that Coral Gables, Florida. So that's gonna be close to a sellout, but not quite. I was hoping we'd get somewhere that has like a solid 2K, but I don't think we do. Yeah, so it looks like it will be Watsco Center for this one. So yeah, the main event, that's a good question, because we have this big-ass 6-man, Tanahashi, Ibushi, Shibata, against the United Empire, as that's probably not going to do as well as I hope it would go. We should probably go with AJ and Nick against Claudio and Yehai. That kind of makes a little bit more sense for this setting, as Nick's going to beat Fred Yehai. Then we'll do Tanahashi and Ibushi and Shibata against United Empire. 6-man tag, which would be Okan and Shibata. So now Shibata's going to beat the Great Okan, which will lead to the New Japan Strong Openweight title matchup. So Juice and El Phantasmo against Okada and Rocky. Techno Masterclass matchup. This is the opener, so Rocky's going to beat El Phantasmo there. 20 minutes. A little playing off of that rivalry. Like, I guess it's not really a rivalry between those two, but they had that great Best Super Juniors match. Which that would be now, at that rate, that would be like 8 years ago. Now in that 2024, oof. That's tough. Maxa Blood against Jonathan Gresham and Daniel Makabe, so Samurai Del Sol, Ryu Lee. This match rules. Makabe is going to beat Samurai Del Sol. Probably going to be the best thing on the card, actually. That might even be better than that. Well, yeah, well, I guess we'll have to just put it there for now. But I know it's going to be better than this. I know it's going to be better than that. Blast Off against Flight Club. There's a Steel String matchup. 8-man tag, though. Big-ass matchup here. Strickland's going to beat Shun Skywalker in 10 minutes. That's pretty sick. Then the matchup of Garcia and Kyle O'Reilly against Jonathan Peck and Chris Vart of the New Japan LA Dojo Young Lions. That should be a fun little matchup, though. Garcia and then Kyle O'Reilly's a solid little team. But yeah, solid little card. I think that's going to definitely carry it. But AJ and Nick Jackson against Claudio and Riehai is not a bad matchup, though, in the main event. Show 72, though, for the openers. That's not bad at all. Okada was an 84. It's the one with the ankle lock. That's Rocky Romero over El Phantasmo. Boy, he is god-awful now, is old Rock. That is not good. Yeah, that's brutal. 62 for Garcia and O'Reilly against Fart and Jonathan Peck. And not bad. 39-37 for those guys. O'Reilly, though, carrying the match. Counter mutilation for Daniel Garcia. Big pop. They're 61. Man, we have another major injury here. Is the mid-thoracic spinal cord compression for Takuya Nomura. That does not sound good. Anytime you're compressing the spinal cord, even though it says it's mid, I bet it's going to be like more than a year that he's off. We'll probably have to have surgery and whatnot. But the handspring back elbow for Shane Strickland, 9:45. Yeah, I mean, Abe was 70. It's crazy that Takuya Nomura, with that injury and being off his game, still was the second best guy in the match. Man, that sucks. Sucks to see for astronauts. As, yeah, a Mexa Blood against Makabe and Gresham. I thought they had excellent chemistry, Gresham and Makabe, but they do not. So that's crazy. They even outperformed them. But Makabe, with the Makabe lock over Samurai Del Sol in 20 minutes. It was a really good match. Got the crowd hotter, too. Yeah, 78 here is Shibata, Ibushi, and Tanahashi against the United Empire. Shibata with a cross armbar over the Great Okan. He was the weak link in this matchup, which makes sense. But yeah, that title matchup hopefully goes over well, as Okan will be beating him. As far as, so a little spoiler there for that match. That's happening the very next day. But yeah, I just think that's the right call. And the Bucks, well, not the Bucks, rather, one half of the Bucks, Nick Jackson and AJ beating AI and Claudio. Right team wins. It actually was the best match on the cards. I'm glad we went with this as the main. Not a bad little tour show. I did a lot better than expected, to be honest. So yeah, we just got our final tour show left, and then it'll be on to the major show. That's huge. That is huge. We're just strolling right along this episode. So yeah, everything's gone relatively well besides that injury we just saw to Takeda Moore. So hopefully he's alright, but definitely didn't sound like he was going to be alright. Hopefully at least our surgery goes well and we can get him back sooner rather than later. Alrighty, day 5, the final tour show before the final event is Chris Fart. That was right before Wrestle's Court, accusing him of moaning about stuff all the time, but everyone else out, being a Debbie Downers. Shinsuke Nakamura, the judge, found him guilty and sends him shut up or cheer up to buy drinks after the show. Man's a young lion, he shouldn't be paying for drinks. As Eugene Nagata passing on tips on microphone work to the Great Okan. As the main event for this show, that's a good question. So we got Kingdom of Strong Style and Suzuki-gun. That's a solid little matchup there. And then Tanahashi, Fujinami, and Shibata. So basically that same 6-man, but instead of Ibushi, against United Empire. Malachi Black and Robbie Eagles against Brody King and Ishimura. We also have that Kingston Kenta Shingo Sonata match is fun. We'll add that first, just to get that out of the way. Because Kingston's going to beat Shingo, first of all, that match. So that's a good finish. Do like that. So this 6-man of Tanahashi, Fujinami, and Shibata against Zack, Sabre Jr., Dan Makabe, and Katsuya Kitamura. And Shibata's going to beat Kitamura, so he gets a win back. So that's huge. Even though he lost to the Great Okan at the New Japan Strong Show, which he had a 37 in that match. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Suzuki-gun, Kingdom of Strong Style. It's Rex Steiner, Yeihai, and Tozawa against Hammerstone, Shelley, and Kushida, as Tozawa is going to be beating Shelley there. Actually, I think we're going to switch that. Because we had Tozawa win on the Strong taping, so we'll go ahead and give that win to Shelley. He will be beating Tozawa. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, Technical Masterclass matchups, that's going to be first. Velocities against Chaos of Rocky Romero and Yo. It's Paris de Silva. So we actually just did this match on the New Japan Strong taping as well. Paris de Silva's going to get the win. They were the better team in that matchup, on the Strong taping, so they'll probably be the better team here as well. Malachi Black and Robbie Eagles against House of Torture, as House of Black losing to the House of Torture, as Ishimura's going to be beating Robbie Eagles. A fun little tag match there. Then Yumino and Bushi, as I'm assuming that's a Steel Show matchup. I believe they don't have any chemistry between these two, as Bushi's going to get the win. Overshoot, as far as since we're doing an LIJ Task Force Death matchup up top, just kind of made sense to do that as well. But yeah, that's Technical Masterclass matchup. I will put that after that. Yeah. I think that's a solid little card. To Mid-South we go. So yeah, we're going to try to run the AT&T Stadium. 101,000 people of capacity. We'll try. We will try. So we just ran the first bank, which was in Broomfield, Colorado, which is weird. That's technically Mid-South area for this. I don't think that's right. I think that should be in the wrong spot, but that's just me. I don't really associate Colorado with like Texas and Oklahoma, so that's just kind of weird. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to run either here, Cedar Park. I thought there was a smaller venue than that. I think I passed it. I thought there was. I guess not. So yeah, Cedar Park it is. Oh, way to go. Oh, great. Ardell, there we go. It's in Cedar Park. Never mind. It's HEB Center. So yeah, we're good to go. We should be able to run this show. No problem. 65 for the opener. Yeihai and Tozawa. And Rex Steiner of Suzuki-gun losing to the Kingdom of Strong Style. Right decision there. Kingdom of Strong Style better team as Shelley with a Sharon Yu over Tozawa. Tozawa was the second best guy on his team, but yeah, Rex Steiner, worst guy in the match. Brutal C. Yumino losing to Bushi. It's a 5-word splash in 9:33. They had a Best Super Juniors match, I want to say it was last year, which Shota Yumino won, so a nice little win back for Bushi. 57 for Velocities against Rocky and Yo. Yeah, again, they were the better team, and De Silva submitting Yo. Last time it was Jude London beating Rocky on the Strong taping, so a nice little change of finish there. 69 for the tag match between Brody King and Ishimura against Malachi Black and Robbie Eagles. That's a nice little matchup, but right team wins. Robbie Eagles just slightly below everybody, which he was really off his game, so this could have been even a little bit more even killed. But unfortunately it was not. 79 for the Co-main event, Shibata tapping out Katsuki Kitamura with a cross armbar. Saka and Makabe and Tanahashi killing it. It's crazy how good Daniel Makabe is in this. And then 77 for the main event. Kenta and Kingston beating Shingo and Sanada. Kingston with a blackout lariat. Just unfortunate that Kingston with a 69 there. But I got the crowd hotter, though. Oh, the wrong main event. Probably should have stuck with this, but that's alright. And yeah, that is the tours shows done and over with. And now, on to the final show. As far as will Okada retain the briefcase? Will he drop it to Juice? Will he have a new heavyweight champion in Hiroshi Tanahashi? Will Zack Sabre Jr. retain? And so much more. But yeah, I'm excited to see how that show plays out, because I think it's set up to be a pretty great show. Hopefully it delivers. Alrighty, as the that guy's at Chase Field. That's sounding pretty good. To be able to potentially run a big ass venue. Let's see. 58,000. Won't be AT&T Stadium, but we'll try to run somewhere just as big. Yeah, we can run the Houston place. It was at the 2020 Rumble. Yeah, I think that's kind of our best bet. That sucks too, because like I bet Chase Field we could probably have a good bit of people. Yeah, where Arizona plays. So I mean that's not a bad call to run there. I was hoping that they would have I'm trying to think that also not only having the sci-fi, or not the SoFi, wherever the Rams play in LA, and also the Niner Stadium, but I don't see it. I just see, the cowbells and shit. Looks like it's just baseball stadiums. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. 48,000 compared to, with the Houston's 41,000? Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad call. Old Minute Maid Park is where we at right now, but I think Chase Field's the call. Yeah, that seems to be the call. Alrighty. So there went that, running in Texas, but that's okay. No big deal. Oh, it is one fall, the opener. Alright, so now we know that. But the main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Zack Sabre Jr. And Zack Sabre Jr. will retain. Major win there. Super excited to see how that match plays out, though. Then Juice and Okada. And just like that, we got a new person with the briefcase and a new person destined for the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, and it is Juice Robinson. So, finish for this matchup. Some interference and distraction, ref bumps. It's a bit, convoluted. But during the ref bump, Okada gets his hands on the headhunter, unmasks him, turns around, oh, it's Yoshihashi. And Okada is just stunned. It's like he's just seen a ghost. And Juice hits him with the briefcase from behind into Pulp Friction. Ref gets, counts the pin. And we have a winner. Just like that. As, yeah, and I think that's a, first of all, I gotta get decisive off there because that's not the finish of the match. But, a major win, first of all, for Juice Robinson. And, yeah, massive. Massive win. Basically now leading to, also for Autumn Attack, Okada, Headhunter, as he's still going to be called the Headhunter, but, as far as we're going to have a little post-show press conference with it, now unmasked Yoshihashi. So that should be fun to see how that plays out. But yeah, then the tag team title matchup, Tyler Black, Malachi Black against Miro and Jay White, as the tag champions will retain as Miro beating whichever of Malachi Black or Tyler Black. Hopefully it's Miro, but I'll just leave that up to the game. A nice little successful defense for them. IC title matchup, Ray Phoenix, Walter. Walter will retain. So the first match was an 86 when we ran it. I think it's going to be even better here. So we'll see. And the US title matchup, AJ, Claudio. Claudio's going to retain. So far, most of the champions, actually all the champions so far, have retained. Then we'll have the triple threat little junior heavyweight title matchup, still a show matchup, as Gresham's going to beat Ryu Lee. Would have loved to see this as a ladder match, like I said, and the finish of that would have been as far as Gresham pushing like Nick Jackson and Ryu Lee to the outside and having them, springboard, like do the push off, but they like catapult hitting the ropes onto Mexa Blood and as far as Rushmore on the outside and United Empire, just a big ass kind of pile outside, but Gresham is kind of last man standing to climb the little ladder, of course. I guess a big ladder in Gresham's case. But getting the junior heavyweight title win, yeah, that's fun now. But Nick Jackson doesn't get involved in the finish, which I think is a good call there. Then Task Force Death against LIJ, giving them 27 minutes, giving them a lot of time. Sonata's going to beat Kingston, though, and that's going to be a successful defense for the never openweight 6-man champions. And the opener, one fall to a finish, junior tag matchup, and we do have new junior tag team champions, as the Time Splitters are junior tag team champions yet again. I believe that's their second reign ever as junior tag champs, as the United Empire team not involved in the finish. So obviously you're going to see a rematch between Time Splitters and United Empire in a regular 2v2 matchup. But yeah, Dorada beating Kushida, 20 minutes. Technical masterclass matchup to open up the show, but man, a lot of fallout from this show. Obviously, as far as the post-show press conference for, as far as the Court of Justice, COJ, as, ecstatic Juice, a now unmasked headhunter, carrying the mask and slamming it down, and Juice just kind of cutting the promo for him, as far as, we're talking about injustice. Here's a guy that was ran out of this company by his own leader. And what'd he do? He picked his bootstraps up, picked himself up by his bootstraps, rather, went to Mexico, revitalized his career. We brought him in to serve not only justice, but a nice slice of revenge as well. He took us up on that offer, and he's done exactly that. And with this, as far as holding up the briefcase, now, as far as we have another nice little insurance policy for us to be able to really prove that not only are we going to take over New Japan, but we are going to right the wrongs with us. He says all of us, Tai Chi, Hinare, myself, Headhunter, El Phantasmo, we will all be IWGP Heavyweight Champion, because if it's one for all, it's not, one for all. Oh my God, it's not, me as the leader and all of us, as far as everybody behind me. One for all, and oh my God, I don't know why I keep on fumbling that, but you get it, as they're all for one and one for all. There we go, Jesus Christ. As a brutal promo. Dusty Rhodes rolling over his grave with that. But yeah, that's the gist of it. As far as, luckily that was not a, I didn't have to, have a script to follow, just this kind of freestyling a lot of that, but boy, that was brutal to get through. Boy, oh boy. As, yeah, well, entertainment, acting for the headhunter, because he's not really cutting the promo, but yeah, nice little post-show press conference for Court of Justice. Then we'll have one with a distraught Okada, who's throwing shit, who is just an irritated Okada. Just, I can't believe, Wrestle Dynasty, this has been something, he's had major success in. This is, of course, the event where he won the heavyweight title for the first time in the U.S. as far as, beating Jay White, and to see where all these, went through at Wrestle Dynasty, and to lose in such a fashion like that is, he's just so devastated. But he's also, fired up about getting his hands on the headhunter and saying, Yoshihashi, and even, calls him Yoshihashi. It's like, listen, I kicked you out because you were not up to par. You weren't delivering to what the Chaos Standard was. You get to prove it, as far as you get to have all your revenge, your rematches. I kicked you out, beat you fair and square, and I'll do it again at Autumn Attack. So just a little, kind of foreshadowing that, just like, well, maybe not foreshadowing, but kind of a harkening back to what Okada's, Chaos went through, and how much it's changed since then. We got, as far as like Ashino and Doring, and as far as, see if we can have a, see if we can have, oh, we can have, Satoshi. And I thought we could, at least for, the sense of him still being able to at least be here. Maybe if we put it on all. Maybe there we go. That'll work. That'll work as, yeah, we'll have him be off screen for this, obviously, but we'll reference him. And then during Konosuke Takashita, and then we'll have Francesco there as well. For Okada there. I'll try to think of what else we could have. Maybe Claudio, a little Suzuki-gun press conference. It's not bad. Suzuki-gun. So yeah, we'll have Claudio, just, talking about the win and kind of what's next for him as far as U.S. champion. He's wanting the best for Suzuki-gun. Yeah, we'll have Suzuki there as well. Suzuki going nuts. Yeah, we'll have that go afterwards. And then, they'll round it out. We'll have it be, United Empire, of course, heavyweight champion still. Intercontinental champion still. Unfortunately, still not junior heavyweight tag team champions, but still, as far as he's just kind of Walter and Zach are kind of just like, cheer up, boys. You guys kind of, lost, but you didn't even get pinned. It's, it's all a fucking, all politics bullshit type of thing, and you're going to get your rematch. You're going to get your, rightful shot fair and square. And as far as, he talks about, as far as, well, Juice, if you are the guy that, you're now going to be facing, as far as, with winning the briefcase, and he even says, listen, it's bullshit what you've done, but I understand the message. You want to right the wrongs of New Japan and what they've done as far as what the injustice has come from New Japan, but here's what we've done. We took what we wanted. We wanted domination. We wanted to be the best group in New Japan. And look what I've done. Since, as far as leaving Suzuki-gun, heavyweight champion, G1s, New Japan Cups, as far as a list of accolades for Walter and for Gresham and all these guys. And just like, this is what you can accomplish when together as a unit. You are, so that you could become the dominant force of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then kind of putting that over, saying like, listen, we've laid the foundation, we've laid the format down. And he kind of challenges them to be like, let's see if you guys can follow what we've done. But yeah, I think that's a solid little press conference run through, solid show. We'll see how it runs. 79 for the opener, that's not bad. Junior heavyweight tag team champions though for Time Splitters as Kushida with the Kushida lock over Mascara Dorada. Probably could have had Suzuki-gun take the fall there, but Dorada with the 54. Obviously, if this was not a Techno Masterclass, they would have done a lot better in Mexa Blood, but yeah, solid match. Solid matchup. So yeah, we'll definitely be seeing that at Autumn Attack. So a little, as far as, yeah, that's going to be happening. So that should be fun to see there. And, yeah, then we'll go with the next matchup, of course. 93 for the never opening 6-man tag team title matchup. Skull in for Sonata over Kingston. Again, just phenomenal stuff. But that Task Force Death team was quite good, though. With Pac with a 92, Kenta with an 88, 72 for Kingston. Obviously, Sonata would have done a lot better if this was in Japan, but Hiromu again, just killing it, though. Solid stuff. 79 for the junior heavyweight title matchup. I figured it was going to struggle because of not enough time, but honestly, I wanted this match to kind of be an all-out banger, and looked like that's exactly what it was. But, yeah, Gresham pinning Ryu Lee with a 6:30 and 13:30. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. Yeah, lack of psychology on display, though, unfortunately, which that makes sense. But, yeah, got the crowd buzzing, though, so we'll take that. 84 for AJ and Claudio with a stretch muffler for Claudio Castagnoli. That's his third defense of the U.S. title. 82 for Ray Fenix and Walter, as Walter dislocates his wrist. That's tough. Golden Bomb, though, for Walter. Sucks that happened, because that match would have been like 85 plus, if not for the injury. But he should be fine, though. 90 for Tyler Black and Malachi Black against Miro and Jay White, as Miro and Jay White retain. Tyler Black with a 94, best guy in the match by far. Probably could have changed hands here. I don't think that would have been so far-fetched, but that's a good win, though, for Tyler Black and Malachi Black. Oh, man, they hated that finish. Yeah, but, listen, as far as the pulp friction after the briefcase to the back, mainly the back of the neck, specifically, to really target that area, I think that'd be a great shot. Even the back of the head, fuck it. Just like, oh, man, that'd be brilliant stuff. But the drama is what that is. That's just drama personified. I figured it was going to be pretty bad, but I figured maybe with the U.S., maybe the crowd would like it, but no, they did not. The 86, though, for the main event, as a European clutch from Zack Sabre Jr. over Hiroshi Tanahashi. Tanahashi struggling there. I think age just played into a factor with that one. Yeah, he declined physically. But yeah, fun match, though. Second defense for Zack Sabre Jr. Press conferences go okay. The Court of Justice one kind of shit the bed, which is kind of funny, since I shit the bed during that whole segment. 67 and 70 for United Empire. Yeah, 86, not the greatest. Yeah, I knew that Juice Okada match was going to struggle a little bit. Probably shouldn't have put it so high on the card. Looking back, probably should have put it right before Miro and Jay White against Tyler Black and Malachi Black. That probably should have been the co-main. Looking back. But, it is what it is. Never Overweight 6-man matchup being the best thing on the card was pretty hilarious. But what can you do? As far as I figured that was going to be really good, didn't think it was going to be the best thing on the card. I still thought this would be. But did not expect Tanahashi to kind of shit the bed like that. But yeah, it could have been better, obviously. Could have been a lot better. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Tyler Black, though, killed it. Put over him, Zack, and I guess Hiromu. Because, he fucking killed it for LIJ. Phenomenal stuff. But yes, Wrestle Dynasty is come and gone for 2024. You're seeing the roster kind of have a unique shift, which is kind of funny, because obviously we started off this year, 2024, with the best show yet, with that 100 at Wrestle Kingdom, and it has been downhill ever since, it seems like. We've struggled with injuries, we've struggled with aging roster, and which was, supposed to be what happened here with New Japan, and we've tried to combat that with newer guys, but some of those guys have gotten hurt now. We've seen Ashino has been injured, and he's out for a year and 3 months. Danielson was out for a year, starting at Wrestle Kingdom. Nakamura was out for a hot minute, which obviously he's, a guy that came back, but, still, as far as fresher guy. Claudio and Tyler Black have helped out a lot, as far as with the new acquisitions from them. They've done well. But yeah, as far as Juice's kind of Court of Justice run has been interesting now, definitely with that GE1 briefcase. That's going to be huge. Now he's going to have he's going to defend that. He's got, his match is going to be against, the first one's going to be against Will Hobbs at the Autumn Attack show. And also at Autumn Attack, we're going to build up to Royal Quest, Pac, Zack Sabre Jr. heavyweight title matchup. So that's going to be fun to see. We'll probably see Zack and presumably someone like a Josh Alexander, or maybe even like a Daniel Makabe. That could make a lot of sense as well. Against, either Pac and Kenta, or Pac and Ray Phoenix even. It just kind of depends. Really depends. Probably Ray Phoenix and Pac, though, because that match sounds really, really good. Also going to have Okan and Tamura for the Never Openweight title. Yeah, a lot happening. A lot happening in the next episode there for Autumn Attack. But yeah, a busy September. We just invested the rest of our New Japan world. We just invested in Oceania, so now we just left Europe left, and then we'll be literally maxed out, which would be pretty hilarious. Yeah, as far as, it's kind of funny, because we've kind of now get to the point where I think 2025 comes around. Potentially, we'll start thinking about winding it down. As far as, I think we're going to go for about 100 episodes. I think that's going to be the goal. But because, not only, the roster, it's not like it's at a bad spot, but now it's just like, what else can I do type of thing. Once I max out New Japan World, it's like, well, I've kind of done everything. We could keep up with the story for sure, but I just think at this rate, it's kind of like, we got to start thinking about a wrapping up period now, I think, for the series. So that's, I think we might even try to go for 2030, go for 10 years. That'd kind of be a fun run. Who knows? That's, I mean, another 6 years would be pretty crazy, but I think that we could do it, though. I think we've set up the roster pretty well, and we'll have new guys coming in and out. So yeah, we might even try to go a little bit longer. Who knows? I love how I'm like, we might go to 100 episodes. We might go for another 6 years. Who knows? But yeah, we'll catch you guys next time for Autumn Attack. Take care, everyone.